you get it. So, you know, this could be used to counter and slow them down, because obviously they want to ramp into something, but I think it's, you know, just decent enough. So they are fully tapped, we can kill it now, save mana for the next turn. It will be a little bit awkward to cast Cornucopia now, but I still think we go for it. I don't think 4 mana or 5 is enough to cast their bomb. Usually it's 6 to 8. Usually 7, because it's most of the time Ugin or something like this. Especially that they play colorless. So it already makes you think, why do they play so many colorless spells? They either need artifacts or colorless, and Ugin would fit with colorless, so I think that's probably the play. So we definitely go for this guy. So our opponent can go into 6 mana. 6 freaking mana. We can either steal something or go for this guy. A little bit early. We could also kill this, give them the card, and keep the counter spell, which seems the worst. We don't really have a creature. I said, I will go for it, even though it's actually not perfect turn to go for it. We cannot play Ancestral Recall because we don't have 1 mana. But if they want to remove it, that will be their full turn, and we can always follow with Kavaero into potentially counter spell depending on our draw. So I think it's still decent enough of a play. This is okay, but it's very slow, and if they drop a bomb that is game winning, this might not help us depending on how we hit. So our opponent is in a pickle. They know that we can draw a lot of cards. They play a lot of interesting lands. Like, they are playing 3 colors. This is kinda greedy. Okay, so 6 drop is their big thing, but we can use Awaken. So they will get 1 casting. Okay, it's incredibly good card, but nothing that kills our dude. So that's kinda important. We can kill only enchantment with this. I mean, Ancestral Recall it is, you know. Seems to be a good idea to start. We'll refuse very politely. I'm sorry, Cornucopia, later today. This one, no, not permanent. I mean, this kinda does the job. I think the bigger bomb is still, you know, in the making. So I'm not sure how to play it exactly. We definitely will go for Inner Sun. That's for sure. Now we take 3 life because this one is 3 colored. So it's more life gain than, you know, the spell before. We get rid of this, but do we allow them to draw 1 card with the tome? I think we have to, because keeping counterspell is so important. And we have a glorious 1 card in the graveyard. Can it be 8 cards from my opponent graveyard and my combined? And even then we wouldn't have enough. But I think it's good enough. Good enough for now. And let's keep our small, tiny counterspell up. And they are going for the... Okay, so this was the end turn scry. They are not going for the upkeep one yet. I hope they are trying to cast Ugin and we can counter it. That's my strategy. And then we'll think. Then we'll somehow manage. Very often they have like 1 or 2 big cards. If they hit 1 and you counter it, that's game. Because they don't have, you know, the next play. And Inner Sun already dropped. 3 damage to an entire... I mean, that's probably not the biggest deal. Okay. I think this is good for us, because that was not good enough as the main play. Soul Cauldron. This one is way more painful. They don't need to remove charge counter, so this is just a mana stone. So they can pay 2. Okay, I guess we just remove it at the end step. Because we have double Kavaero, so we really want some targets. This will stay, probably until end of the game. You don't... Simulacrum is something you generally don't kill, unless you really have to. And non-land permanent. That will be the Soul Cardon. I wanted to go for the Tome originally, but I think the Soul Cardon might be more messy for us. And I hope we can beat their cards. Might be a bit of a mistake, we will see. But this is just a pain. And I want to stack potentially 8 cards at some point. I don't think we'll get there, but don't forget we are milling with Awaken. So that's a little bit better. Okay, not the best draw of my life. Okay. And let's go for the Sewers, see what we get. We'll probably surveil everything unless it's really good. Oh man, this is really good. This is actually really good. No, I could get it into graveyard. I didn't want to play Kavaero, but I actually could. Oh, that was a big blunder. I could cast it right now, get rid of the tome, and draw cards. So instead... Oh, this would also be perfect for the curve. Because I could keep the counters. But okay, that was a big blunder. I guess we go for the range then. We have to. Just to keep things going. So I will change the game plan. And we'll see. We are going into I Steal Your Stuff game plan. Which actually might be more fun one. Let's see what we get. Yes, as expected. And I will take one counter spell. Because they're cool. I like playing Planeswalkers and counter spells. I wonder if the last card is Ugin here. Or they are trying to draw into it. Okay. That's fine. The damage doesn't matter. The real game is about, you know, cards and card advantage and who has the more powerful plays. I think they are trying to search for this card. I think that was the one that they were supposed to draw. So let's see. This is the big bomb turn. But they don't have 7 mana. Oh, they have because of the Weathermaker. Okay, now they play a land. Reef, important. But I think this should not be good enough. So they can get double mana from this or deal 3 damage. But with Cornucopia, they won't burn us. So we can get something out of the graveyard. But we don't really want to. There's nothing we can get. So, you know, a little bit messy. But I think we've got there. We've got there. So we can kill what? Nothing really. This is enchantment. We could exile it if we really want. I guess this is only 1 card right now. So because we have a counter spell, I think we can play like this. So I switched my strategist like 2 times already because of what is happening. But I think in the end this will be the best way to win. And I think we should. This will be 2-turn lethal, huh? I think giving them 1 card is okay, because we can still counter the card. We have blue mana to pay for 3 steps ahead. So now we can swing. This is 7 damage, which means on the next turn we kill. And Hex can kill everything they create with lands. Yeah, and this counter spell along potentially Charm can be game winning, because don't forget, we have 1 counter spell that is hard one against whatever happens from our opponent, and also 1 from us. And yeah, so they are scrying, but it's main phase. They cannot draw this card. So either they messed a little bit, or they just don't have any other good play. I think we won. There's nothing probably they can do. They cannot even target it too much, unless they want to pay 4 mana, just to warding. And then we just play Kavaero and do it again. Yeah, the game, I think, is ours. Last card. This is 8, right? 8 cards. We don't have a great way to get it. You know what? Let's see if they activate the Reef. Okay, that's perfect. This is probably our best target. For 1 mana, we pretty much answer their whole game plan. And they are also short-term lands for the next turn. And they need those lands. They need to make probably 3 different spells. And I don't think they can on what? 7 mana total? Maybe a little bit more with the Weather Makers. And we are just executing our opponent as we are playing a classic blue control. That's why I don't put more into this board and don't try to go for Kavaero or Deceit. Our opponent needs to do something, and they cannot because they still are limited by cards. First card is negated, and second probably 2. So they need 3 cards to make a play, and they have only 1. They have this village, of course, but we can always clone something then and go for the lethal. And they didn't go. They didn't go for it. I swear, everyone who has it in the deck just doesn't use it. Are you legendary? Not really, but I think we can just counter. Will be easier, faster, but we could also make a copy, steal more cards, get more stuff, but it's game over. This is how you lock your opponent out of the game. Okay, guys, so far nothing really happened, but now the stuff will start to get real. Our opponent is playing cycling. Not gonna lie, didn't expect this one, but basically we're entering the stage where we can start going for bargains, getting some cards also to the graveyard, not only, to the hand, but this deck is using graveyard to a really good extent. And they don't have blue, so that should be nice for us. Let's see what we get. Hopefully at Kavaero and Kavaero target. We definitely take this dude. Don't think we need double Cornucopia. So far there's no damage, so we just take lands. Cornucopia is in a way a land, it's just more expensive. So it depends on the matchup if you really need it. I think we could drop Cornucopia into counterspell. I'm optimistic that they don't have artifact removal at instant speed. But if we can get to this point, I think we should be fine. And I have to play more with this charm. The moment I've seen it, I was so happy to see it. It's just a counter spell that we normally play. 2 mana, pay 2, but also has 2 different modes. The third mode is the hardest to use. You need to play some form of creature. But maybe we can find something that puts counters. Then it's great interaction. Our opponent will be reanimating soon. Something probably. Nothing here. I don't want to sacrifice stuff. I will pay and then think what I do with it. Probably not the best. Wait, can I need to read Kavaero finally. You may have entered of any creature in a graveyard. Wait, I remember what Marlborough does a little bit. It does cool stuff. Sure, I'll take my life. Let's see. So our opponent is trying to reanimate this. Let's go! Our opponent is having already the time of their life, discarding to their own huge, massive 6-drop. What does it even... I honestly didn't read it. All I remember is that it discards a card and does some random stuff. So yeah, they got rid of some lands. They discarded, right? Oh, that was Rivalry. Sure, and we can keep the things going. So basically, this was a little bit of a fancy play. Probably our creatures are so much better, but it was just too funny. I'm not sure what our opponent exactly is doing. Usually it's cycling to get them into graveyard, and then they reanimate. But it reminds me of this Golgari with Up the Beanstalk before it was banned. They even played this card because it triggered it. And they basically get a lot of creatures in the graveyard and get things like Marauder that get a discount. And because it's Golgari too, I would expect it to be at least some part of this deck. Okay, let's read it. I know what it does, but I will still read it. As an additional cost to cast the spell, pay X life 6 here. Return each creature with mana value 6 or lower. Well, that's one way to spend your turn. A little bit terrifying, not gonna lie. And life gain might be important for us. And that was it, guys. That was it. Well, guys, let's start with the good old Deceit on a discard. And let's see if we can mess our mono-white opponent a little bit. I would expect this to be mono-white aggro, but you never know. It definitely feels like Aerialist. This is kinda good too. We cannot counter the next play, so we'll have to live with whatever drops. I will go with Aerialist because it's so hard to remove and also target, as a matter of fact. But every other card will also be annoying, especially the Weaver, because it pushes a ton of damage. It's basically a 3-2 with double strike at least on one of the turns. So pretty good stats for, 2 mana. Then they get the counter. You know what? I think we kind of need to live with this. This is card that will always, be useful for this matchup. Like, it will have targets, believe me. So maybe we can just cast the full version for 5 mana. I think this would be one of the ways that we can maybe steal a game. I think that this is good because they can pay 1 remaining mana to add Aura and already attack and Scry. So it's such a good deal for them. So this would be my... See? I freaking knew it, man. Freaking knew it. The Strength enchantment is also pretty nice, but I think we need to go for 1/1. Right now they can go Chargemate Rescue, but of course it just pumps the damage. It will be a ton of damage on the next turn though. Oh, they have more. Oh, this one is bad news. I did not play around it. Oh boy. So we could get the last cards. It's not amazing, to be honest. I think it has to be this. So let's go for double black. We could also bounce one of the creatures, or I mean the token, but I think removing Feather is a little bit better because they don't have other plays right now. Let's go for maybe green, because we don't want to shock ourselves later, and we'll definitely cast it on double green at some point in this game. We can play it on the next turn, so hopefully this might be the big advantage we definitely need. A survivor can remove our creature, so Kavaero won't have a target. Okay, so they went for full aggro. Makes sense, because this might be their last chance to close the game, and they see we are not playing any removal so far. So, you know, I'm a little bit stressed if we can do it, but I think we have a good setup. Oh, Kavaero. I mean, that kinda does it. Ooh, didn't play exactly around Kavaero. We don't have exactly the right... Wait, we have! Because we didn't play the land yet. Okay, so okay, this kinda solves it. Black, black, blue, and blue. Guys, we are a professional Kavaero enjoyer. We know how to... We know how to pay mana to win the game. And well... Well, this will be bounced, because they burned the Shard Mage Rescue, hoping to get more of a... And I hope to discard this card. So now we are finally have a foot in this game. So if this draw and the next one aren't very good, we are incredibly ahead. If they top deck Sheltered, they might, you know, get the chance at finishing the game. But then we can kill it with Wistfulness. By the way, our opponent indeed did not have Sheltered on 12 cards. I have to admit it. It happened. It finally happened. So what can we do? Definitely feels like bargain turn. And then we see what we draw. I could play this differently, but I think this is just... I literally thought about this card. I literally thought about it. 4 mana, so this is not as good. I think we go double hex. I'm checking the priority. I couldn't check it in another way. So, let's first deal damage. Now we go Hex. And I will indeed Blight, because I think it's not extremely necessary, but, you know, it's better to be at 7 than at 5. And I think we don't super need this guy. We can always reanimate it later. Oh, you have your pesky Scavenger. And then, oh man, that's actually a lot. This is why we took the second one, guys. And yeah, I will Blight it again. Oh man, this is kind of nice. Let's go. Oh, I love it. We beat this deck without sweepers, and now we can steal their cool stuff. Oh, Sheltered, you say? Yes, I will take it. I will also take Feather of Flight, probably. Wait, we can play their whole strategy. We can play both of the cards that they're using. I will wait with this for one turn, because we are fully tapped, we don't have good, you know, interaction. Okay. Oh, have you felt the pain of drawing this? And by the way, guys, still one of the top 3 decks in Standard, and we just beat it. So guys, it seems we are playing against probably Orzhov Skeletons. It usually is the deck. Let's go for the Verge and start attacking their hand. I mean, we'll know after this turn. That's one of the cool things about Deceit. You immediately know what we are playing against. Here it is. I see the white stuff. I see the white stuff, and there's only one card that you need to remove, and then the second card, which is Corpses of the Lost. Honestly, this deck would not work without Corpses of the Lost. Like, that's the main card of the whole deck, even though it might not seem like it very often. Do we already sweep? Let's play the fast land while we can. It's not strictly fast land, but it kinda is. They will play the Weaver on the next turn, so we might get a little bit better deal. But next turn is Kavaero. So let's go for this, sweep the whole board. That should help with our survival a little bit. And we have the colors. We will take black from Golgari lands and blue from, you know, the rest. They actually got the Scavenger, which is a little bit more painful. Huh. Alright. It is what it is. So, That's auto-tapper tap, right? I'm never sure. So this is how little I trust auto-tapper, guys. We will do it the old school way. Let's go for this. How do we play this? No, 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 no. I have something cooler. Let's go for this guy. So we usually bounce this one, so it dies. The problem is that the counters... Bro, I cannot hit the card with this effect. There's always a land there. That was good and bad at the same time. So the scavenger will be a problem. Double strike is... Our opponent's still figuring out magic, guys. It's fine. Maybe they just played it for the single counter. Honestly, it wouldn't be the bad play. We cannot really block it on this one turn, so we just take the damage. We'll try to steal their cards. Maybe we can hit the good stuff. Okay, this is kinda important. So this is a 5-5. We can combine it with Kavaero. They will get another double strike, so this dies probably on the next turn. Wrench seems amazing. Oh, Wrench could just block it. That's not bad. And then we go this into recall. I'll take it, you know? I'll take it. And maybe we can find Sheltered or something for the next turn. Or Vein. Or, sorry, Simrip. Vein Reaper. That's a different card. Oh man, so many scary things I don't want to see. Probably Sheltered will help us, so... How do we kill the Scavenger? This is kinda the answer. How do we beat the corpses? I guess we just Simrip. You know what? Nowhere to run should be good enough, and at flash speed. So I think we have the thing. We don't have much time. Do we keep second blocker? This is 8 damage. If they draw something that kills the blocker, that means they cannot... Sorry, bro. I get it, but I'm thinking. So they can only draw one new card. So if they get double strike and removal, that means it's 8-8, so we still survive. That means we can hit once. I mean, for now. And we'll see what we get. And if they draw a pump, that means we can block it. Even if they get a Fury Armor or something, unless it's specifically Feather of Flight. That's probably the only way that, you know, they can punish us. Corpses of the Lost is kinda incredible. As you can see, we have choices. And our opponent literally gave up because we blocked a big creature. Well guys, we are starting this one with High Noon. And this will make the game very interesting. Let's go for what? We actually need blue. I honestly played the wrong mana on the last turn because I didn't pay attention. So we are, you know, down a counter spell. It cannot go wrong, possibly. To be fair, I probably wouldn't counter it, so it's not so bad. Do we Deceit? Or we wait one more turn to Deceit into Charm and then go on Cavern on turn 5? I think it's probably better. Our opponent can play only one thing. Let's go for Starting Town while we can use it untapped. And I think we chill. This will be interesting because if we play Deceit, our opponent can counterspell it and we cannot do anything more. So, you know, now everything has a price. Unless we just kill it and go crazy mode. You know what? I kinda like the crazy mode. They probably have a counterspell. This seems to be a full Jeskai control. Potentially or probably with loot. But I think it's, you know, decent enough for us. Yeah, I mean, it is kinda nice. I kinda agree with our opponent. Let's go for this, and we will probably go double Deceit discard and absolutely slaughter this hand, and then go Kavaero and slaughter this hand even more. This is literally my only game plan. Then we redraw and we see what the game is. Get lost, stock up. Oh my god, bro, can you like freaking chill with your freaking value? And I'm so happy that we have double Deceit. Because 1 did not matter, but 2 matter a ton, because now their next card advantage is 7 mana. I expect a nice here. I expect a nice. By the way, nice shuffling, bro. Nice shuffling. Still definitely not great for us. Our opponent still has Anchorage. They can attack with this, get some map value. They can also top deck something like Consult, Flashback, or just... They just played their 4th stock up already. You know, not strictly the 4th one, but it's basically a 4th chance for them to draw stock up. Incredibly good draw. basically on par with Stock Up. So, we have only one choice here, and it has to be the Kavaero. I mean, we just need double black. I will manually tap because I have the trust issues, you know, to tap her. Let's go. Let's go. What are the new cards? Here it is. Oh, here's the dirty card. Let's go. You know what has to be done. There is an alternative game plan of getting rid of the Jeskai Revelation. I just completely do not believe they won't top deck the card, you know. I'm very often playing around perfect top decks right now on Arena because they just keep happening, you know. I just cannot live without it. This is good because maybe this makes Emeritus survive. They are fully all-in tapping as I expected, trying to get potentially better value on the next turn. Rakshas's Bargain is kinda amazing card. We could draw a counter spell with this. So I will specifically go on blue. Pay life. Do we go for it, guys? Is bluff worth it? I think it is. Well, you know what? This is actually kinda perfect because they cannot pay the ward. Okay, I'll go for it. Literally because they cannot pay the ward. So they cannot really bounce it, answer it, kill it, do whatever. They can make the dudes and they can live gain, you know, do all the rest of the things. But we'll get our Ancestral Recall. They decided to just kill it, which makes sense. We play it in response. I'm the player. I'm the cool one with Ancestral Recalls. No way. Okay. For a second, I thought that they just got a counter spell from the top. For 2 mana, it has to be normalized specifically. Our draw is definitely garbage. In 4 cards, we got 3 lands, which is basically... like, it means we got 1 card from Ancestral Recall and 1 normal draw. That's not the type of value I expect from this type of card. However, I mean, we have to go for Deceit here. I will go for the full creature. Let's go. This is what has to happen. We'll target the map thingy. So no, kinda nice. And we'll get rid of Revelation probably. I know Get Lost is a thing. They will just cast it, right? There's no way they won't. Go for it, my champion. Go for it. I know your dirty tricks. Because, you know, they're literally revealed and the only play our opponent didn't wait until the end step. They've seen the line and they're like, okay, you got me. I'm casting the thing. Man, I really need them to stop top decking bombs. Well, how about 2 bombs? And this is how they won. Guys, we worked so hard. And after we drew 3 lands in 4 cards, our opponent top decked 3rd bomb in a row. Well, here we go. Honestly, that's probably game, because those are 2 bombs, which will draw 4 bombs, which will draw 7 bombs. Against control deck, you kinda need to catch them, you know, when they whiff. If they can keep chaining value, your power is not on the same level. Like, you are not a control deck. So I will take Awaken, because it kills the loot. But it's not looking great. But I will try. I could wait with this, but I don't have, you know, luxury. They're just going all in and probably losing because they drew too many cards. It's not only just drawing cards, guys. This is double selection. So now they can have Get Lost, target Emeritus, kill it. But if we can survive the loot turn, that might be it. Okay, so let's surveil. See what is on top. Absolutely dead card. We need to play Awaken. Let's start, because this will cut their mana in half. So whatever play they wanted to make, they maybe need to make it now. If that's Get Lost with warding, okay. Very worthwhile counter spell, very good decision. This is definitely a game changer. Fortunately, we at least got this. Yeah, I know. Thank you, bro. Like, they are also a little bit, you know, discontented with this draw, because getting double Awaken is actually the perfect counter to the loot. And they counted on this winning them the game. So not perfect. Guys, should you... You know what, let's just burn this mana, because I'm just messing, and I didn't use the map token, but I'm trying to play faster, okay? Wait. I didn't think I actually have so many cards. Okay, we will do it, and I cannot answer it now. Even in full control, it's too late. So we will decline respectfully. So I could cast Ancestral Recall, prepare and cast Ancestral Recall. It seems like pretty decent play that I should probably make. You know, I wanted to burn the mana, guys. So they cannot do something weird. Shouldn't matter too much here, but probably not my best play in the air. And here they go, more lands. Man, we are absolutely overdrawing lands like crazy. Talk about exactly this. We drew like 80% of lands since like 9 or 8 draws, I think. But fortunately, this double Awaken, I think, saved us anyway. If this is not a bomb, they are wasting turns at this point. And I can prepare Emeritus on the next turn and, you know, not mess it up this time. So that will help. Let's see the mill. Oh, that's a land. Guys, and our opponent is like, oh my god, they have 6 cards. This must be the most power they ever had in their life. Nope, it's literally 1 4-drop and 6 lands. Amazing. Amazing, truly amazing. Do I need map tokens? No, we will do it later. Right now I need to make sure that I can cast the new cards. Let's go, guys. You know what has to be done. What wasn't on the last turn. 6, 7, 8. Let's prepare this dude. So he will be prepared for the victory. Okay, they don't have anything for 1 mana. I guess that's usually the case. Wrench is amazing. Okay, now we can make some decisions. Do we try to discard this 1 card? It's probably not amazing. I will try to hit a counter spell. If we can do it, we can probably win. Consult seems amazing. We also have some counter spells. I will take this. And our opponent is out. Guys, it finally did happen. Ancient Cornucopia, our pet card since years. Finally at Pro Tour, because obviously this is one of the decks from Pro Tour, played by this player, and but I couldn't be more happy. This is the type of deck we've been playing in different ways with Rakshasas Bargain, you know, some cool Withering Curse sweepers. I told you it's super good with Cornucopia, because it triggers basically for free. You live game before this resolves, so at the moment of casting you already have it activated. So incredibly good combo, and I didn't expect to sit at Pro Tour, but I'm happy that it did. And before I show you everything, because, you know, you have full Cyber, obviously, this is a tournament version, we also managed to crash it. We went 5 wins, 2 losses, and one of the losses was literally me conceding on turn 3 because I didn't draw a sweeper against aggro deck. So that was a very good performance, and it was very fun deck. I have to say, even though it uses Kavaero, it doesn't fully feel like Kavaero deck. It feels that Emeritus is doing a lot of heavy lifting, and of course Deceit, but you also have some, you know, counter spells here, some sneaky charms. I really like the charms. They give you versatility to actually play a very control-ish game, and with Cornucopia, Bargain, and, you know, all those spells, you can actually live game like crazy. And Wrench gives this nice stealing action, and as you can see from some of the games, nobody likes when you actually look at their cards. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed, you know, that's kind of it for today. And just as a side note, with this, you know, last video where there was Nasus, you know, W the sound, I really enjoyed that you guys liked it. It was such a small thing, but it made me happy. And I like spicing those videos up when I have a little bit of extra time. So, you know, they're more fun to watch and make your day, hopefully. And with that being said, thank you to all amazing patrons that allow us to make those things, so, you know, we can have a little bit more magic in our magic life. So really thank you guys for supporting the channel. It is incredibly appreciated. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one.